The good news is the pet portrait market remains strong and likely will remain that way as long as we keep making these portraits creative and meaningful. One really fun way of doing this is by infusing your pet portraits with natural, beautiful things. Those nature-inspired elements that can really help you stand out and bring a pet portrait to life. Hi creatives, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Lauren Elizabeth with Lauren Elizabeth Animal Art. I help creatives master colorful acrylic technique and unlock their personal style in animal art. In today's video, I'm going to show you how adding those natural elements can help your pet portrait come to life by being more imaginative, more personal, and more immersive. I'll show you why this is so important and how you can do this in a low-risk way where you're not robbing from that pet and pulling attention from it, but actually adding to it and helping to tell that story. All right, creatives, let's get started. Now I know what you're thinking. This is not a pet portrait, but actually this is the silver appleyard duckling, the pet of a pet portrait masterclass student. Pets come in all different shapes and sizes, and it's why I add quite the variety to my pet portrait masterclass, which is where you can paint this duckling tutorial step by step in real time. So as you can see, I'm creating a base for this wild grass with daisy field for this little duckling. Adding simple, beautiful natural elements like this in your pet portraits can deeply enrich them because nature connects deeply with the human experience and the pets. I think it's safe to say that every pet owner has made beautiful memories with their pets outside, going for walks, playing fetch, playing in the water. And what are those experiences often connected to? You could probably guess peace, freedom, emotional grounding, play, and even going further than our experiences with our pets, we instinctively respond to trees and things like sunlight, water, the sky as something that's timeless. So whether I'm painting a pet portrait for a younger client or a much older one, nature remains this relevant, constant thing over all the generations. And that leads me to the next reason why this is so important is because symbolically it's relevant too. Still relevant. We often connect flowers to beauty, leaves to change and life, trees to growth or strength. It's helping to set the scene and tell that story in your pet portraits. So if we take the time to ask these questions from the clients, really get a good understanding of that pet's personality, what that pet enjoyed doing, that relationship between that client and the pet, we can thoughtfully use these natural elements to keep it personal, to bring in more color, and to make it a more meaningful pet portrait. So if you want to do this, but you're a little nervous about it, and maybe the technical side of it, or maybe just because you don't want to overpower the pet, here's some low-risk ways that you can add in more nature into your pet portraits. So the first way is the one I'm demonstrating right here in this duckling painting. You saw me paint a very loose, left a lot of texture, green background, not perfectly blended. Then I'm layering just simple lines and a simple leaf design over top that. Focus on trying to simplify that pet's natural environment. It could just be that backdrop and then the pet in the center or off to the side a little. And notice how easy these little flowers are. You never have to add flowers, especially if you didn't get the client's permission. You always want to ask first. But this is a great way to add more color. There's a circular center of the flower with oval-shaped petals around it. I'm using like 3 simple steps to paint these flowers over top the grass. Now it never hurts to ask, but sometimes I'll just ask for the client's favorite flower. If it's a female, she often knows her favorite flower, and I'll add that in some simple, subtle way. You could place a delicate little flower or flowers around the fluffy ears or around the head. You could place them just simply in the grass around their feet. layered in front of them or behind them. Now, another very fun and simple natural element are clouds. The sky's the limit here. You could add beautiful, fluffy clouds with even some birds in a corner. Another creative way is to tie in the season. What season is it? Can you incorporate some seasonal fall leaves? Or maybe a sunny summer sunflower? Or maybe a colorful sunset with warm and cool colors blended in. You can also tie in these natural elements by pulling them into pet accessories like leashes, bandanas, blankets, even natural colors into these things. Again, just simplify and think of how those colors, the shapes, the lines can complement the pet and push that pet forward instead of compete with it. And whether you decide to add these elements in the foreground, on the pet, or in the background, or all of the above, be imaginative, keep it personal, and make it immersive so it draws the viewer in. Now, I'm really curious if there are ways that you've connected nature to your pet portraits that I have not mentioned in this video. Please share those ways in the comments down below so it can give all of us even more inspiration and creativity. Guys, if this helped you, please like and subscribe and share. I'm going to close showing you the process of how I painted this sweet little duckling. Thanks for watching. Bye.